Check 1, 2. I guess you can hear me now. Freaking camera, I can't believe it. This thing's been working fine. I don't know why all of a sudden it just stopped. Makes no sense. Pissing me right off. Hello, Ken. Hold on, I'm trying to get this camera to work. For some damn reason, it's giving me a hard time again. I know you can't see me. The camera's giving me trouble again. Okay, should be able to hear me now. There we go. Pain in the ass, damn thing. I tell you what, pissing me right off. Don't need that on. Have to adjust all kinds of crap just to get it to work right. I had to move my other camera over here to get it working right. Come on, damn it. Get up there. Now we can move it a little bit at a time. Let's try that. There. I don't know what the hell caused it tonight. I don't know. It's been working just fine. Yeah, I know. I tell you what, it was pissing me off because it's been working fine. I don't know why. It's just freaking wouldn't load. I went to go on. I was sitting here waiting to go on. And then I went to go on and no camera and no audio. Oh, can't believe it. Cannot believe it. I don't know if it's my internet connection doing it or what it was, but I don't know. It could have been internet connection, could have been anything. I was actually watching a YouTube video before I started it. And it didn't seem to be too bad, so I figured it was okay. It shows we have 0 people in here. Yeah, you and Recon are here. I have my wife logged on at the moment yet. I got one logged in there now. Let's see if this will work. No comment earlier. Had some coffee earlier, but I come out. I just grabbed a soda. 17 point working. I'm sure there's a lag time involved, but it should be working. I really hate it when my equipment doesn't work right. It really ticks me off. I thought I had it fixed because we went for days without a problem at all. Now all of a sudden there's a problem. I ain't done nothing different. I wonder if the new girl will show up tonight. Can't remember what her name is now. I think that was the girl that was on last night. The new one. That was her name, Saf Hater or something like that, or I don't remember what her name was. Oh, Recon ran to gas station. Oh, okay. Why don't you drive your car, Recon? It'd probably be quicker. Instead of running. That's a long run. So how you doing tonight, Ken? Sorry it was so aggravating to get on, but I mean I was expecting a problem. I had to revert to my older camera. My new camera, which is the way more expensive one, is the one I'm having trouble with. And it's never been a problem before. Of course, I mean I can only go 720p anyway, but still the other one's still a little bit clearer, a little bit better. It also handles the green screen a lot better. You doing okay? That's good. In fact, I was talking to my wife about changing the name of the channel tonight too, and she actually agreed that I should make it Kimcast Art and More, so I can do other things. You know, people won't think it's just art. They can view other things. In fact, even she said I should have filmed when I was fixing the gas heater, the gas water heater, the furnace, the refrigerator, all the gas problem with that, putting in the new toilet, all that stuff should have been filmed. The lights that were inside, fixing all of them. I mean, I fixed a lot of stuff in there, getting the stove working properly and putting a new faucet in the kitchen sink, new faucet in the bathroom, the lavatory sink. You read what in the description? I didn't put anything in the description about that, but oh yeah, about talking about different things, yeah. But yeah, I always try to put something like that in the description to let people know we don't talk about just art and painting. I haven't been so annoyed in a long time. And having camera problems, I'm trying to get on live, is very annoying to me. Or my mic not working right. The mic, a lot of times when I come down into here, where we're live, into the studio part, well, usually even if it's not working when I start it, it'll usually click on the mute and it'll work. But the camera, that's different. I should have went right in here to let you guys know, even if it was in audio, that I was trying to get the camera working, but I thought I would be able to get it really quick by just switching some USB ports around and stuff, but it didn't at first, and finally the small camera kicked in. The bigger one didn't, but the smaller one did. I mean, I could do these over on my Chromebook, the lives, but I don't feel like the quality is as good, really. I mean, the Chromebook has a camera, but it sucks. Well, if it's my equipment, actually. It's not. I don't think it's the camera. I think my computer's having issues with the USB port or something, and I put a new set of ports on there, hoping it would relieve that problem. But and it did for a while. It was working. It was getting on just fine. But all of a sudden today, it didn't want the cameras to work again. Strange. And I run antivirus software, malware stuff, all that stuff. I check everything that comes on this computer. I'm pretty sure it's nothing to do with anything like that. There was all set to come in and relax and just shoot the board you guys, and the camera just didn't work. I even had extra treats tonight. Got this nice big old oatmeal cream-filled cupcake thing. And if that wasn't enough with me too, that's why I got a soda tonight, because I figure if I munch on stuff, I'd rather have the soda. Got 6 likes, but only you two showed up. Ken, I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside or more. I'm having my coffee. Whether it's hot or not, I gotta have my coffee. Especially in the morning. Sometimes in the middle of the day, we have company or whatever. Of course, the AC is running in the house, so it's pretty cold, pretty cool. Yeah, at nighttime after dinner, I like to have some coffee too. The other day, I finally actually broke down because I usually will make a pot at night ahead of time for in the morning. 'Cause I get up pretty early, and I don't want to mess with that damn coffee pot in the morning. So usually the night before, I'll make the pot. When I get up in the morning, I just push the button to start it. And sometimes at night, I actually want another cup, and it's already made up, so I don't want to turn it on. So I finally bought some instant coffee. I'm not really that crazy about instant coffee anymore, but if I just want one cup, that's the way to go. Better than nothing. Although, I mean, when I was younger, that's all we drank was instant coffee. I remember when I was probably a teenager before my mother actually got her first percolator. I mean, I think she had one of the ones that you put on a gas stove, and you could perk it on your gas stove. But for the most part, my mother, when I was a real young kid, it was all instant coffee. When I went to my grandparents, her mom and dad's, they had instant coffee. And I liked it fine back then. But then again, of course, when you were a kid, you have a little extra sugar in it, like several sugars in it, made it all real sweet. So you didn't give a damn what the coffee tasted like. And once in a great while, my wife and I will be watching TV or something. Instead of coffee, we'll actually have a cup of hot chocolate. Something different. It's about time you got back. I was trying to tell you, instead of running to the store, why don't you drive your car? Then you put the gas in it. If I advertise that we're having a live, unless you see me send another notice out, I've canceled it or whatever, it means I'm having a problem. Usually it's going to be with the camera or the mic. But we've been running flawlessly for days now since I had the last problem with it. I thought I got the problem resolved. I don't understand it. Why I'm having a problem with it again. I'll have to figure it out, I guess. I don't know if it was StreamYard that did it or what. Although I usually, when I set it up for the stream, I've been waiting till later. And I actually set it up way earlier this time. I got a funny feeling that's why. When I do it later, it seems to be no problem. You want another 25 on a $5 cash word? Well, that's nice. Nothing wrong with that. Not a thing wrong with that. You're getting pretty lucky lately. Regular tickets. Well, I'm gonna eat my pie. Y'all can chat, whatever. I get my little cherry pie here. I didn't have any supper tonight. If I'm hungry later, I'll have a bowl of cereal probably. Once in a while, I'll just pop open some soup or something. Did you play any tickets lately, Ken? My blood pressure right now is skyrocketing, I can guarantee you. Because I was so upset about that camera. I'm sure it's skyrocketing. I haven't been checking it lately, Ken, to tell you the truth. I can't check it lately because the cuff, the cuff you use to check your blood pressure, broke. And I contacted the VA some time ago and asked them to send me a new one, but they ain't sent it yet. So I'll have to get online. There's a website that I can log into. It's secure. And give them hell because the head nurse in the pod that I go to told me she would send me one. Never sent it. I guess she forgot. You played some in Lost? Well, it happens to all of us, that's for sure. We lose more than we win, that's for damn sure. That's it. It's rotten. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if she might show up tonight. She did subscribe. I did check. She did subscribe, so maybe she will. Of course, she's on at 5 o'clock in the morning, so yeah, she should be coming on any time now, really. So I don't know if you heard yet, Recon, but I discussed it with my wife about the channel, and she agreed I should just change the name to Kim Casta Art and More. Which means they got a lot of work to do to change all the graphics and stuff, even the icon. That'd be a lot of work, be a bit of a pain in the butt, but what are you gonna do? But when I do some of the maintenance on the RV, I can film that too, and good information for people who have RVs that have never done it before. I'll just separate everything into different playlists. You work tomorrow, Recon? Or are you off on Saturday? I wanted to do a lot of stuff today, but I didn't get a chance to. I had a bad night sleeping last night, so I was pretty tired most of the day. But I did finally get my canopy fixed because that was broke from before the storm. When I took it down, something broke on it. I had to get fixed on it. So I got that fixed anyway, and a few other things. Fixed one of the cupboards inside that the latch was broke on. I had to find a latch to make it work, to fit it. A few other things. Well, I assume Recon is scratching his tickets now. I had actually planned on doing a knife painting today. 'Cause I haven't done one live yet. I mean, I've uploaded a knife painting that I've done yet. So I've done all the other ones, but I haven't done knife painting. He's probably scratching the ticket, or eating, or both. Or he's enjoying us, watching us talk to ourselves. Yeah, I was drinking some coffee before I came out here. I made a cup, but I don't know if my daughter. I think my daughter Nancy made it, and she made it so. We like strong coffee, but she made it so strong my eyeballs about popped out of my head. I mean, she made it big time strong, and I just couldn't drink it. It'd been like drinking that Greek coffee, the little cup they give you of the Greek coffee. It's like super strong. I mean, you take like one swig of that Greek coffee, and your eyeballs about pop out of your head. Oh yeah, he wrote me. He left a message on the forum there on the channel recon. He lost connection. Phone went dead or something. Yeah, his internet froze up. That's what it was. That's losing connection. Yeah, same thing. We actually thought you fell asleep at the keyboard again, Ken. To tell you the truth, that was the first thing we thought of, was that you fell asleep at the keyboard. Because you said you did that before, so that's what we were thinking. He fell asleep again. And we figured you were sitting there in the easy chair and you just zonked right out. I actually wish YouTube could make it so you could actually see who's logged in and active. You know, it's hard to tell. Especially if you got a lot of people on, you don't really know who's really here. Somebody could have left, you know, stuff like that. It'd be nice to be able to see who's actually on. Because if people ain't typing, you don't know. Yeah, I remember being on Yahoo many, many years ago too. I still have an account there, I'm pretty sure, but I never checked the mail there. I was checking my um, channel I have on Discord to see if anybody actually even logged in there yet. Nope, not really. I have a few members there, but nobody really is active there. But it's good to check it once in a while. I used to use TeamSpeak a long time ago too, and Ventrilo. I like Ventrilo a lot better. Ventrilo worked pretty well. That was back when I was a youngster, younger than you guys, when I used to play Quake, Quake 2, whatever. Long, long time ago. I never played any games until my son got me involved in it. Of course, you got kids and they want you to play a game with them, so, you know, try to be a good dad and play some games with your kids. And we did. We played Quake 2 for quite a while. And all of a sudden, then he got married, and then I got kind of addicted to playing the game, and he left. What commercial? It's there. If you left the channel right now, you know, totally and X'd out of it and everything, and pull it back up, you probably see the commercial then. I know it's there because I have my wife's on here, and when I logged it in, the commercials come up, the ads come up. If you skip it, you might have skipped it. If you skip it, you don't see them. I realized after I did the video of all the paintings I was going to sell, it's missing about 4 paintings, at least. I told my wife that too. Some of the better ones are actually in storage. I need to find them in storage and get them out. In fact, I'm surprised I haven't heard anything from Brad. I did make a comment to him about his scratching the book. You got like 360 back. Oh, your phone died again, Recon? You and that phone. You have to bite the bullet and just get another one. A lot better one. Of course, with all of your repairs and your vehicle breaking down and all that stuff, I'm sure it's hard to do that right now. All that money going out. Well, the other thing I did there was my grandson's guitar was broke. And he got it from a friend of his who passed away months and months ago. He was actually a friend really through his father. His father had a roommate. The roommate died, but they were friends. The guy was trying to teach my grandson, who's 17, how to play the guitar. Well, I guess he'd told somebody that, I think he was on drugs. But he told somebody that if something happened to him, he wanted Dylan to have one of his guitars. Well, the one he got was an old Telly, but it was all messed up. You could plug it in, you couldn't hear nothing, it wasn't working. All the control knobs and the volume knobs they weren't even really working at all. The plug it where you plug in the mic, plug in the guitar in the back, the jack was messed up, so I had to take the guitar apart, clean all the terminals, and clean the contacts on the control, volume, and the tone, and then fix the jack, and then it worked beautiful. He's had it for months and hadn't been able to play it. I'd say you're doing pretty damn good on them tickets, Recon. You're just complaining about them like yesterday. You hadn't won in a while, but I know you did. You've been doing fine. They don't owe you anything right now. Don't forget, coming up, you're going to start having some bad luck for a while. That's the way it always works. That's the way it works. Sometimes just right place, right time. I think it was about a year and a half ago, I had one ticket win that I had in my wallet. I didn't want to spend any more money at the moment, so I cashed in. It was only a $3 win on a $3 crossword. I just got a $3 crossword, just one. And it's been many times. I'll play 5 or 10 of them. And so I went out to relax at the picnic table outside the gas station, scratched it off, hit $100. So you never know. I spent $3 and won $100. That was a good day. So I bought a few more tickets. One was a $10 crossword, and I hit a $250 ticket on that one. So I had a really good day that day. But that's how it works. Then there's days that you just don't win nothing. It's just blank on everything. Nothing. I know the store owners up here and everything, and I usually ask them which ones have paid out any kind of big money at all. And they'll usually tell me, if they say, well, somebody just won $50 or $100 on a $3 ticket, I don't play that ticket for a while. The $3 tickets here, there's like 100 to a book. So if that was at the beginning of the book, I'll wait until it gets closer to the end of the book and hope that I hit one of the 20s or the 30 or 40 or whatever, or 60 even. But I just kind of watch what's going on with them tickets. If I was to play a $10 win, which I don't real often, but once in a while I do, I'll ask them, "Have you had any big winners? Did you have $100 winner yet?" And they'll tell me. If they didn't have one, or if they've only had like break evens or whatever, they'll tell me. So then, and if it's halfway, almost halfway through or whatever, then I know I got a good shot at hitting something decent. But you know, you never know. It's just like I never thought I'd ever hit a $1,000 ticket. I just wasn't lucky enough. I just couldn't get lucky enough. And I hit that one for $1,000, and it was a $3 crossword. I mean, that year, I mean, that was last year or whatever. I mean, I hit some good wins. And I hit that 1,000. I hit two 500s, a 400, a 200, a lot of hundreds. I mean, I hit a bunch of good hits last year. So I did pretty well. Well, you know, I don't keep track of it, so I don't know if I broke even, if I made any kind of a profit or not. You know, there was times when I hit 500, you know, I'd put most of it back in the bank. I'd put it like 400 in the bank and keep the $100 to play on for a while. That's how I did it. The $1,000 one, that all went to the bank, the whole thing. Yeah, I'll probably never hit that 1,000 again. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. But I mean, it took me forever. I mean, over 30 years of playing, 35 years of playing, to hit a 500. And I hit two 500s in the same year within a month, along with a 400 too. And in fact, actually, I hit a $360 one too, and a $200 one. I mean, in a really short space of time. I mean, I was hitting some really good hits. I mean, it was mind-boggling. But my daughter Nancy is way luckier than I ever was. I mean, Nancy's hit a couple of $1,000 ones, and I bet she's hit a half a dozen 500s at least, and a lot of hundreds. I mean, one day she went up at Caitlin's wedding. Well, you know who Caitlin is, my granddaughter that comes here. When they were getting married at the group home, they had their wedding outside. Nancy went to the store. She had $5 left in her pocket. I mean, she had some money in the bank, but she had $5 in her pocket, and she said, screw it. She just randomly gets a $5 ticket and hits $500. Amazing. She has uncanny luck. She's really, really lucky. Heck, Velvet, under my recommendation, buys a $2 the win all ticket. And I'll be damned, the first time she didn't play him, she got like 4 or 5 of them or whatever, and she hits $1,000. I couldn't believe it. If I hadn't opened my mouth and told her about him, I had a pretty good shot at hitting 1,000, because I probably would have bought those tickets the next day when I went up there, instead of her getting them, because she never played them before. She only played the $3 crosswords. Back then it was the Scrabble. Yeah, some people get really lucky. In fact, I mean, Brad said that one of his buddies just won $1 million. So you never know. Really? I haven't got the vaccine yet, so when they get up to about $500, I'll start thinking about it. For $500, I might just go ahead and get it. I might hold out for 1,000. I don't know. They'll probably never do the 1,000. Although the news I've been reading, Biden wants to make it a law that all federal employees mandatorily have to get a vaccine. That's what I heard. There was going to be mandatory for federal employees to get vaccinated. I don't know if that's going to fly because that's against your rights. I mean, I don't think that's going to work. No, they probably don't. They probably don't. And I really don't care if they care. I just know that I don't particularly want it yet at this time. I don't know, I just don't really trust it. And with my reaction from the flu shot and stuff like that, I know it's totally different. I know it's not the same thing. But I had enough shots when I was in the damn service. I'm sick of them. Every time I go to the VA, they're like freaking vampires. They want at least 4 vials of blood. I've gone there just for a consult. And they make me go to the lab and draw at least 4 vials of blood. And then, the urine tests and all that crap. I'm like, why do you guys gotta test me every time I come here for something? It's ridiculous. Luckily, I get most of my VA for free, except for medicine. I have to pay a 20% copay. But all the other stuff basically doesn't cost me anything. But if I had to pay that out of my pocket, I would flat tell them, no, I'm not doing it. Because that's a lot of money every time you go there to pay for all them labs and all that stuff. My buddy that actually worked at the VA, of course, his insurance didn't quite cover everything that he got. He had to finally tell them, he told his doctor, stop testing me every time I come in here. I'm tired of paying these damn lab bills all the time. I can't afford it. And he couldn't afford it. And he had to tell him, he said, if it's not pertaining to my case, my problems, whatever my medical issue is, don't do labs. I mean, he had to put his foot down. And he worked there for like 34 years. Really? Yeah, I did hear something about that. Yeah, about if you flew, you had to have the vaccine. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that works out. I mean, I think it's still, it still interferes with people's rights, but then again, it interferes with the other people that could catch it, if you have it, if you're a carrier or whatever. I'll be honest with you, I'll probably end up getting it eventually. I just don't feel like giving in to them the first second that they want to start giving shots out. I just like to see it go around for a while and make sure people don't stop dropping like flies after a year or so because they took that damn shot. Oh, we got 4 people in here now. We got a lurker. Might be that sneaky mini finally showing up. Unless that Sheraton finally came on. She might have come on because I know it's early in the morning where she is. Well, I guess since I'm not flying, I'm not going to worry about that problem, Recon. So now, if I had to fly somewhere, I guess that'd be a different story. But I'm so against it right at the moment that I'm liable to just get in my car and drive anyway. To hell with it. What, they've given out 500 million shots? Is that what you're saying? Or I don't know. That's a kind of a confusing statement. I must have missed something. Well, that's like a quarter of the world's population, or close to it. That's a lot of chemical stuff just to make all that many vaccines. Excuse me. Of course, it could be Jennifer lurking again. Who knows? Is that you lurking, Jennifer? I think the U.S. is still a bit behind than a lot of the other countries as far as getting a shot goes. As far as the percentage of their population, I think they're still behind a little bit. Some states out there have some really die-hard people, like me, that don't want to get it right yet. Nope, YouTube doesn't show who it is. They're already gone. They just left, whoever it was. Maybe just must have been just somebody kind of browsing around and saw the channel. One day it'd be nice to see him do something so you can see. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but it would be nice. Probably not, because if you get some of these bigger channels that have hundreds or thousands of people in a live, it would be redundant. You just who's you. It would take forever to go through the list of people. Of course, even if you put it up alphabetically, it would still be tough to look through that list. A small channel like this would be great, but the bigger channels, it probably wouldn't help them very much. There's no telling though what YouTube is liable to do. They might. You never know. They've surprised me before. They may do something like that. It would be nice. Oh really? Yeah. Yeah, I think I heard something about that. 30 days and then they just give it to another country. You'd think they have a better shelf life of that shot than 30 days. So if they're giving the shot, giving it away, if it's really expired, then it must mean that it's still probably good, or if nothing else, better than nothing. It could be 60 days by now, yeah. It probably is actually 60 days anyway. I think a lot of times with medicine, they actually make it like half of whatever the shelf life really is, so that if people actually have it longer, it still works up to a certain point in time. I mean, I've heard of medicines that they say, you know, three 3 months, but if you look it up, it's actually good for a year. And then after that, it loses a percentage of potency every year after that. Oh yeah, sure. I'm sure it's so they won't get sued. Yeah, yeah. They don't want to have them saying, "Yeah, you gave me some bad medicine, you jerks." Yeah. Of course, even though it's free, they can't really complain much. But it could be if the medicine expired, it might actually cause other side effects too. You never know. They may not know that yet, but they will. Well, I guess our lurker's not going to announce who they are. It could be Jennifer or Minnie or someone like that, but I guess they're not going to tell us. So, been an hour, guys. So I'm going to shut this thing down. I want to check my cameras out some more tonight and see if I can figure out what the heck is going on. So, hopefully, I won't have a problem tomorrow. Yeah, you been getting headaches too? Yeah, my wife has. She gets them a lot. I've been getting one lately. But Ken and Recon, both of y'all have a good night. Stay healthy, stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow night. And whoever the lurker is, have a good night. And glad you at least came in anyway. It's been an hour. Yeah, it is. I have a clock on the inside of this. But yeah, it's been right at an hour. Alright guys, have a good one. Before I actually kill it, I'm gonna actually check the camera a couple more times before I actually kill it anyway. To see if the other one comes on, so when it goes blank, you'll know I'm messing with it. And then I'll shut it down. You can probably hear me still, but I'm just trying to see if I can make this other camera work. Yeah. I can't say good night, I think. Ha! Can you believe that crap? It's actually working now. Ha ha ha! Wow. I just fiddled around a little bit and it started to work. How about that? Son of a gun. Okay. Alright guys, we'll see you tomorrow night. Hopefully this thing will be working okay tomorrow night. I'll be testing it before I actually click the live button to make sure. So, can't stop falling asleep on us, buddy. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for coming.